So Forest are about to enter a huge week with Newcastle away, Arsenal at home, Man City at home as well. Is this season defining? And I got a crazy idea that I'm going to tell you guys about in just a second. Welcome to the preview. Good morning, good evening, or good night. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to your preview for Newcastle versus Forest. The Alliance is getting tested this weekend. If you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit that like button. Just do it now, so you don't forget. Make sure you're subscribed, and there's only literally a couple of tickets left for this signed framed Forest shirt, home shirt as well, signed by the squad, and some Insta prizes of Sangare and Sosa. If you hit those tickets, scan the QR code, grab them now. I don't think they'll last till the night. And don't forget, we've also got on our second channel, the Footy Network. Make sure you subscribe there. I'll leave it in the comments for you. We got my weekend preview and predictions on the results. So get in there and let me know what you think's going to happen in some of these key games. And this really is a season-defining week. That question was asked of Nuno, and obviously he did the usual manager spiel of one game at a time. I wish managers would stop with that, honestly. Just like, tell us what you're thinking about the games. I just want to know. Anyway, he's given an injury update, and Taiwo is back. Concussion protocols have been ticked off. He will be wearing a mask. So we got double Zorros on the pitch, potentially with him and Nico Williams still in the mask. In terms of the other injuries, there are no other injuries. It's a fully fit squad. And that means no excuses this weekend. I want to see players trying. I want to see players passionate about it. I want to see energy levels in this team. And I think Nuno needs to switch it up in terms of the back three. He has to go to a back four. Let me know in the comments, would you go back four or would you just stick it out with this back three? Which way would you go? Now, in terms of this game, this is tough, man. I think we've only beaten Newcastle once since we've come back, which was obviously at St. James's Park, the Chris Wood famous hat trick there. Outside of that, I don't even think we got a draw. I can't remember. Tell me if I'm wrong, as always, in the comments. But we've held some L's to Newcastle, and we've got to sort this out. And it's got to happen today. We're ahead of them in the table. They could be missing the likes of Joe Linton and Sven Botman as well. Two key players for them. And we've got to capitalise on this. So let's go and have a look at what I think the team could look like. All right, so this was the team that started against Fulham. And scrap it, man. We can't do that again. I know it worked sensationally against Brighton, but not at Newcastle. It has to be a back four. So Morata's got to come off. Look, he is my insurance policy, but I can't lie, he's pretty poo in the air. I think his aerial duels one is like 22%. So I'm going back to M&M, man. The real Slim Shady. Let's go back there and let's keep the back four the same like that. Okay, this is where I've had a few thoughts, guys, right? This is what I'm going to do, not what Nuno's going to do. I'm going to go three across the middle. We need to do it. I'm going to go Anderson, Danilo, somewhere like that. And then I'm going to go Sangare. I know a lot of you hate him, but whatever. He is an actual number 6 and can play there. We need an extra body in midfield, 100%. So that's what I'm doing there. And then in the rest of the team, so I'm going basically a 4-3-3. The question is, how do you get this balance here? And I'm kind of going to keep it like that. I'm going to go 2 inside forwards, Gibbs White and Elanga with Wood up front. Now, Callum Hudson-Odoi, I thought, came on and had a really good game. I just think we need more numbers, more warm bodies in the middle, because they got Tonale, Bruno, and potentially Joe Linton. I know I said he's injured, but it might be Miley coming in. It could be Joe Willock in there. They're a good midfield, and we can't just keep losing this midfield battle. And what you can do with this 4-3-3 is you can drop in Morgan Gibbs-White. He will do that legwork where he drops in and turns it into a 4. And then obviously Einar and Williams can push up a little and make it even more crowded in there. And you can trust Murillo and Milenkovic to hold that line. So that's probably what I would do. I do feel bad for Hudson-Odoi. I do want him back in the team. And the only way that happens is if you drop one of these three to bring a winger. So if we were to do that and go to a 4-2-3-1 and bring Hudson-Odoi in. Now what we're saying here is, who do you drop? Now, when we beat them last season, it was Sangare and Danilo in the 6 and the 8. They were not that great first half, but second half, I thought both of them were really good. I'm dropping Danilo just because I haven't been too impressed with his last 2 games. And then I go Sangare and Anderson in the 6 and the 8. Now, have they got the strength to hold down that midfield between the two of them? Yes. Can they dictate the tempo of the game? I'm yet to see that in any Forest match, in any Forest pairing. But if I was going to go 4-2-3-1, that's what I'm doing. That might be our strongest team. At home. I don't know about away. But I think that's our strongest team, full stop. Then you can bring on, you know, Sosa, Dominguez. If Forest take the lead, first sub I'm making, Dominguez on. Take off Hudson-Odoi. You know, steal up that midfield. We can attack them on the wings. I don't know. He can't go a back 3 on this one for me. It has to be a back 4. It's either this or what I said. I think he'll go this. I do worry he plays Danilo instead of Sangare. Or even worse than that, he puts Yates in as a 6, and Yates is not a 6. This should be the team. This is what I'm going with, or the 4-3-3 with the 2 narrow 10s. What are you guys saying? Let me know in the comments. All right, so how do I see this going, and what is my crazy idea? Well, my crazy idea is this. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the video either where we've done our preview of Pete, I'll leave that on the end screen for you guys, or in the Footy Network predictions, I may have gone for a Forest loss. But I've had an idea, and shout out to you guys in the comments. I've seen Steph saying it and a few of the rest of you saying, it's time. It's time to go back and probably annoy all of you and predict 0-0. Shall I? Do you guys want me to go back to 0-0? Is it worth it? Should we take a punt here? Go back to old school, because when I was predicting 0-0, Forest went 6 or 7 in a row. So screw it. I'm going Newcastle 0, Forest 0. That's the best I can give you, because I still feel like we do lose. But maybe, me being that good luck charm, remember 7-0, maybe that fixes it. This battle and this game is won and lost in that midfield. If we allow Bruno the time of, you know, as much as he wants in that midfield to dictate it, we can't win this game. This midfield has to be snappy, has to be on their ankles, winning the ball, transition, and then trying to send, if we do go a 4-2-3-1, send Elanga in, man. Target Dan Burns' lack of pace. Bring Wood in deeper to create those pockets, because you'll probably see either Botman if he's fit or Shah track Wood, which will then allow space for maybe Callum Hudson-Odoi or Elanga to make those diagonal runs in. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to this one. Get your predictions in the comments down below. Go check out my overall predictions over on the Footy Network, and go check out our preview with our fellow Alliance member from Loaded Mag, Pete. I'll leave that on the end screen for you as well. But I'm going 0-0. Chest is back out. If you haven't already, please don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed if you are new. We will see you on the next video. Come on, you Reds.